Child, before you listen, take a breath. Find a quiet place. This message is not an accident. It was meant to reach you now, at this exact moment in your journey. I, the Lord your God, have something sacred to say. You have cried silently, questioned deeply, and waited faithfully. Now hear me speak directly to your spirit. I am your foundation. All else is fleeting. All else is dust on the wind. But I remain, so let them come. Let them go. Let them teach. Let them leave. Let them love. Let them drift. Let them break if they must. Let them bless if they can. But through it all, let me be your anchor. There is a person in your life who was attached to you for a long time. But now this person has tried to get rid of you silently and block you permanently. This person has walked alongside you through shadows and sunrises, and their presence once felt like warmth in the winter of your loneliness. But now listen carefully, for I, the Lord your God, speak not just of what is, but of what is hidden. This person's heart has turned like autumn leaves, once green with affection, now crisp and golden with detachment, ready to fall and be swept away by winds you cannot control. Do not be blind to the signs I have shown you. I placed whispers in your spirit, gentle alerts that something was shifting, something was dimming. Yet you overlooked them because your heart is too kind, too loyal. I saw your intentions. I saw you stay when you should have walked away. I saw you give when nothing was being returned. You loved from a place of truth. But their response has grown more hollow each day. They now plan their exit not in honesty, but in evasion. Their silence is not peace. It is preparation. They are preparing to erase you, not out of malice, but out of selfishness. And child, you deserve more than a quiet disappearance. You must understand that the loyalty you offered was sacred. I witnessed every prayer you whispered over them when they didn't even know. I saw your soul stretch itself to comfort theirs even when they never reached back. And I tell you now, your love was not wasted. I count every act of care, every tear dropped on their behalf. But I did not create you to be anyone's option. I did not fashion your heart to be discarded. This person once needed you, yes, and I allowed you into their life for a time. There was purpose in that union. There were lessons wrapped in the days you spent, joy entangled with pain, growth born from confusion. But all things move in seasons, and this one is ending not by your will, but by mine. Their spirit no longer aligns with yours. Their path bends in a direction I never intended for you to follow. You feel the ache, the coldness in their tone, the pauses between responses, the vanishing tenderness that once flowed freely. That is me allowing you to feel what is true even before the truth is spoken. They will block you. Yes, not just from their phone, but from their future. Their absence will be sudden, sharp, like a blade drawn in darkness. But I do not want you to mourn what I am removing. I want you to rejoice. For I only remove what endangers your destiny. I only separate when connection becomes a cage. You were not created to chase those who are fleeing from their own healing. You were not made to bleed in silence for someone who chooses not to see your worth. I know you still love them. I know you would forgive them even now. But child, my love for you surpasses even your own. I cannot stand by and watch you shrink in someone's shadow when I have called you to stand in my light. They are running not just from you, but from their own accountability. They cannot face the truth of who they become in your presence. And instead of confronting their own brokenness, they choose escape. They choose silence. They choose to erase what they no longer have the courage to engage with. But I see you. I see the depth of your grief even before it fully arrives. I see the confusion bubbling beneath your questions. I see the war between your heart and your mind. the heart that says, hold on, and the mind that whispers, let go. Listen to me now. It is time to release, not with bitterness, but with surrender. For what they are trying to do in secrecy, I now reveal to you in spirit. I do not want you blindsided. I want you prepared not for their sake, but for yours. They have already begun withdrawing. The signs are everywhere. Their words are fewer. Their excuses are many. Their presence is there, but their essence is left. That is not love, child. That is not partnership. That is not the covenant I designed between souls. You were meant to be met fully, not halfway. You were created to be seen deeply, not vaguely acknowledged when it is convenient. They no longer carry you in their heart. They carry guilt and fear and hesitation, but not you. And yet you continue to hold space for them in your prayers. I have heard you night after night asking me to bring peace, to bring clarity, to bring them back. But I cannot return to you what I did not send and I will not restore what no longer reflects my intention. They are not your burden to carry. You are not their savior. You planted seeds of love. Yes, but now let me prune the garden. Let me remove the withering vine. For in its place I will bring something new, something holy. You will cry when they block you, and I will hold those tears as sacred. But do not let grief fool you into thinking you have lost. You have not lost anything. You have been spared. You are not being rejected. You are being redirected. Your spirit deserves peace, not the torment of overthinking someone else's silence. Your joy deserves permanence, not the fleeting smile of someone who is already emotionally left. I am saving you from a lifetime of wondering why you were never enough for someone who was never ready. Let them go even if they do not say goodbye, even if they leave with questions unanswered, even if they vanish without a trace. I will give you closure not in their words, but in my presence. I will whisper comfort into the quiet spaces they leave behind. I will rebuild you not back to who you were, but forward into who you are meant to become. For you are not defined by who stays or who leaves. You are defined by me, and I am unchanging. You are worthy of a love that does not flinch when things grow hard. You are worthy of a presence that does not fade when you're no longer easy to love. And child, I will not allow you to settle. Not now, not ever. You belong to me, and I know what I have planned for you. You will not beg for attention. You will not chase after silence. You will not question your worth because someone else failed to see it. I am setting you apart. Even heartbreak, you are being sanctified. When they block you, it will hurt, but it will also heal. For in that void, I will fill you with truth. You will remember who you are not through their eyes, but through mine. You will see that your value was never in their response, but in your existence. I crafted you with purpose. I designed you with precision. You are not disposable. You are divine. And any connection that forgets this truth is unworthy of your presence. Let them go without hatred. Let them go without vengeance. I will deal with what was done to you in secret. I will repay every wound you covered with grace. I will restore every ounce of energy you gave without return. Nothing given in love is ever wasted in my kingdom. You did not fail because they walked away. You were faithful. You were real, and that is enough. Prepare your heart, child, for what seems like an ending is really a beginning. I will bring people into your life who do not flinch at your depth, who do not fear your honesty, who stay not out of obligation, but out of alignment. I will surround you with souls who mirror my love, not your wounds. You will look back one day, not with regret, but with reverence. For even in pain, I was working. Even in silence, I was speaking. Even in loss, I was loving you forward. So breathe now. Release the tightness in your chest. Trust me, for I am with you even in this, especially in this. Let them go, not because you want to, but because I have better. Let them walk away, not because you are not enough, but because your spirit is too valuable to be mishandled. Let them block you, for in doing so, they are only blocking themselves from the blessing of you. I am not punishing you. I am protecting you. I know what's coming, and I know what must be left behind. I will never allow something to stay in your life that delays the calling I've placed on you. They are not the villain. You are not the victim. This is divine orchestration, a shift of seasons, a necessary release. Do not fear it. Embrace it. Child, you must understand this eternal truth. The people who come and go from your life are not accidents. Nothing about your journey is random. Every encounter, every friendship, every love, every betrayal, every silent departure, and every unexpected arrival, I have allowed it. I have woven it all into the tapestry of your becoming. Do not mourn those who left, and do not cling to those who are not meant to stay. For I, the Lord your God, am not only the author of your story, I am also the editor of your relationships. I place and remove with precision. I plant and uproot with purpose. I align your path with people for a season, a lesson, a refinement, and sometimes, yes, sometimes for goodbye. You see only the surface. You see emotions, memories, smiles once shared, and promises once made. You measure connections by time, by closeness, by intensity. But I measure by destiny. I know which hearts can carry your calling and which ones would crush it. I know whose presence would feed your soul and whose influence would drain your purpose. I know the ones who can walk with you into the fire and not faint. And I know the ones who look brave but will flee at the first sign of your storm. So when someone leaves, it is not rejection. It is redirection. When someone vanishes, it is not abandonment. It is realignment. I have allowed people to enter your life not to stay forever, but to serve a sacred function. Some came to show you the depth of your compassion. Some came to reveal what still needed healing. Some came to awaken your spirit. Others came to wound you, but even their damage was used for your development. Do you not see? Even the pain was a teacher. Even the betrayal was a key that unlocked a deeper place in you. You grew because of what hurt. You found me more clearly through what broke. Child, you were never meant to hold on to everything. Even the trees must release their leaves. Even the sky must release its rain. Even the earth lets go of the day so night can come. Why do you mourn when people shift? When their role in your life is complete. What you call loss, I often call transition. What you call heartbreak, I call transformation. Every person who walks through your life is a brush stroke in the painting I am creating of you. Some strokes are bold, others are soft. Some colors stay, others fade. But all are necessary for the masterpiece I see unfolding. Let go of the illusion that you must keep everyone. I never asked you to. I asked you to love, to forgive, to show kindness, to walk in truth. But I never asked you to carry people who have chosen another path. I gave them free will, just as I gave it to you. Some will choose to grow with you. Others will resist the light you carry. Some will cherish your heart. Others will mishandle it. But none of these outcomes change your value. None of their choices define your identity. You are still my child, set apart, sealed with purpose. There are souls you once walked with who were never meant to reach the next chapter of your life. Their exit may have felt sudden, even cruel, but I assure you, nothing was missed. Nothing slipped past me. I removed what needed to be removed, not out of punishment, but out of protection. There are conversations I allowed to end, not because you said the wrong thing, but because I heard what was said about you in secret. There are friendships I let fade, not because you stopped loving them, but because they stopped honoring you. You may not have seen it yet, but I did. I saw every intention. I heard every unspoken word, and I acted not to wound you, but to preserve you. So stop asking why they changed. Stop questioning what you could have done differently. Stop rewinding the past, trying to find the moment everything shifted. Trust me, there are answers you don't need because they would only burden your spirit. There are truths I shielded you from, not because you are weak, but because I am your Father, and I know what your heart can bear. Some things are not meant to be explained. Some people are not meant to return, and some chapters must close without applause. Let me heal the wound, child, but also let me free you from the obsession with what could have been. What I am doing is far greater. You see through a narrow lens, but I see the whole road. I see the cliff you were nearing if that relationship had continued. I see the compromise you were beginning to accept just to keep someone who was already leaving in spirit. I see the toll your soul was paying even as your lips smiled. You called it love, but I saw it as survival. And I did not create you to survive. I created you to soar. When someone walks away, do not chase. Follow me instead. When someone ghosts your presence, do not haunt their memory. Let me renew your vision. Let me breathe fresh purpose into your lungs. I have people prepared for you, people who will see you, not just the surface, but the spirit within you. Are people who will stay when it's not easy, people who will love you in truth, not inconvenience. But I cannot send them while your hands are still holding ghosts. I cannot fill what is already full of fragments. Make room, child. Let go, and trust that what departs has fulfilled its assignment. Even if it left you with unanswered questions, you will not always understand why I allow some connections to bloom briefly. You will not always understand why someone who once felt like home can suddenly feel like a stranger. But remember, child, feelings are fleeting. Destiny is eternal. I am not building your life on feelings. I am building it on foundation, on truth, on things that do not waver with emotion. So when your heart mourns what left, let your spirit rejoice in what's coming. For I never take without the intention to restore. You are not forgotten. You are not being punished. You are being pruned. And pruning is painful, but it is sacred. Every cut is strategic. Every separation is a setup. Every goodbye creates space for a greater hello. You think you lost them, but truly they lost access to what was divine in you. They lost the presence of someone who prayed for them, who supported them, who believed in them even when they did not believe in themselves. Do not let their departure convince you that your love was in vain. Nothing offered in purity is ever wasted. And child, do not harden your heart because some left without closure. Do not build walls to keep out what I still want to bring in. Let me teach you to guard your heart not with bitterness, but with wisdom. You can love deeply and still know when to release. You can forgive fully and still choose distance. You can hope and still discern. I will teach you how to navigate people, how to recognize their season, how to love without losing yourself. But you must be willing to listen. Stop thinking everyone who comes must stay forever. Some people are assignments. Some are mirrors, some are tests, some are bridges. And some are simply messengers who speak one truth into your life before fading into the wind. Be grateful for them all, but hold none so tightly that their leaving shatters you. Hold everything with open hands. Hold me with both. I am the constant. I am the one who never leaves, never grows weary, never changes. My love does not flicker with mood or fade with time. I knew you before you ever knew them. I will be with you long after their name stops echoing in your heart. I am your foundation. All else is fleeting. All else is dust on the wind. But I remain, so let them come. Let them go. Let them teach. Let them leave. Let them love. Let them drift. Let them break if they must. Let them bless if they can. But through it all, let me be your anchor. When the crowd fades, I will still be there. When the room empties, I will still sit with you. When your phone is silent, my voice will still whisper. And when your tears fall, I will still catch everyone. You are never alone. Even in the emptiness, I am working. Even in the silence, I'm speaking. Even in the goodbye, I'm orchestrating a greater hello. Your story is far from over, and the chapters to come will be filled with joy, with companionship that feels like peace, not pressure. This with friendships that water your soul, not deplete it. With love that doesn't ask you to dim your light to make others comfortable. But to receive that, you must release what was. You must walk forward. Trust me, child. What I remove, I replace with better. What I allow to end, I redeem. I do not waste pain. I do not let go without purpose. And I will not let you fall. Let the tears come if they must, and let the ache pass through. But do not let it define you. Do not camp in sorrow when I am calling you into joy. The wilderness is not your home. It is a passage, and I am leading you out. Look ahead now. Lift your head. There is beauty coming that will silence every question. There is purpose ahead that will make every departure worth it. One day you will look back and thank me for the people who left, for the roads that closed, for the rejections that felt like failure, but were really favor in disguise. You will see how I spared you. You will see how I shaped you. And you will understand what now you must simply trust. The people who come and go are part of my divine plan. Not one arrives without my permission. Not one leaves without my knowledge. So walk in peace. Love freely. Release gently and stay rooted in me. For I am your true companion, your faithful friend, your everlasting Father. And in me, you will lack no good thing. In me, your story unfolds in perfect timing. In me, even the letting go becomes holy. Let them go, child. I have more for you, and it's coming. Now that you have heard my voice, do not harden your heart. Do not run back to what I've released you from. The pain you feel is not the end. It's the beginning. You are not alone, not abandoned, not forgotten. You are being called into something higher, something purer, something holy. Trust me with your healing. Trust me with your journey. Let go and let me lead. For I, the Lord your God, am doing a new thing in you. And no block, no silence, no goodbye will stop what I have prepared. Walk forward, child, your blessing awaits.